This is my first video that I have filmed for 2022, and the first word that I will use to describe how I feel right now is grateful. I am so grateful. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's Anissa Lamara. If you are new here, welcome. If you're an old head, hello my love bugs. Come on in. Let's have a conversation. Come sit down on my sofa. Come sit down in my house, my new home. Okay, so I'm a little lit. I'm a little excited because 2021 really showed me what I could take, what I was made of as a woman. Like, I really had to make some hardcore adult decisions and choices, and you know, it really put me in a space of where I'm like, okay, I can do this. This is what I've been preparing for. This is what I've been gearing up for. I purchased my very first home in 2021, really less than 3 months ago. I have not been in here a long time. And honestly, half of that because I've spent like at least 3 to 3.5 full weeks of traveling, and then I also have been working a lot of projects all at once. And I typically don't do that, but because it was the holiday season, you know, I wanted my clients to have their homes finished before, you know, Christmas. So I'm like, okay, it's crunch time. So I really just did not spend much time in my new home, but it was cool because I'm like, I have a home to go to. And for me to be a single Black African American entrepreneur with student loans, purchasing a home by myself, no cosigner, none of that. It's a blessing. When I moved to Atlanta, I said I wasn't playing any games. This is my 3rd time living here. I wasn't playing no games. So I set my goal for it to be year 3, I'm purchasing my house. Try to do it in year 2, but Kovisha said, no ma'am, you're gonna sit your tail at home and you're gonna do something different. And I did. When I first moved here, I moved into a condo. Y'all know all about that story. I moved into a condo, lived there for almost 2 years. And then once COVID happened, I didn't want to stay there anymore because it was a high rise. We were getting like notifications of people getting testing positive almost every other day. And so I was like, I'm not having it. And it was really hard to get access to being outside. So that's why I moved into the townhome that I just moved out of this past June. That house was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I really think that it did exactly what it needed to do for my life at the time. And I wasn't sad to say goodbye to it. It did what it needed to do. It served its purpose. I made some really great memories there. I've created some of my best content there. I transitioned from doing social media to interior decor and styling there. I've launched a very successful peer space there. And so it really served as a launch pad, if you will, for preparing me for my home. And it also prepared me for my home. It was a townhome and it was the landlord. And they moved to Florida. So it was like owning my own home. Like, I was pretty much responsible for most of it. They didn't have like a person that they hired to kind of like help me. They had like a friend of the family helping, but he really wasn't a help. He didn't really know nothing. It really prepped me for, you know, what it was going to be like owning a home. Plus, it was the same amount as my mortgage. Maybe, well, my mortgage is a little bit more, but not by much, maybe like $100 more than what I was paying there. Obviously, with the mortgage, you have homeowners insurance and all of these other things that you have to consider when you're owning your own home. So it's not the same, but it helps. I did make an attempt to try to purchase that home because I was already in it. It was comfortable. I really enjoyed the neighborhood. I didn't have many complaints about it. I had my realtor check the comps in the neighborhood and it was super affordable. But because it's a buyer's market and I'm in Atlanta, so the real estate market is hot. Even now in 2022, it's still hot. they were trying to charge out the wazoo for the house, and I was like, it was not worth it. Although it was in a great neighborhood, it was in Atlanta. It was fully furnished. You know, I had everything in there. You know, the decor, all of that was beautiful, but it was not worth what they were trying to get me to pay for it. And I was like, no, I'm good on that. I can do better. Yeah, so we started the process officially January of 2021, and I hired my, she's my childhood friend and one of my closest friends now. Her name is Tina Dennis. She's a licensed realtor here in the Atlanta metro area, and she is absolutely amazing. I've known her ever since we were 4 or 5 years old, so I've known her practically my entire life. And we reconnected in college because she was really good friends with my best friend. And when I moved to Atlanta the second time after college, she came out, we started hanging out, and so we just became like this trio. So we always like either go out of town together or we're doing birthdays together. Not as much as we've gotten older. And you know, she has a child and I'm doing what I'm doing, and my best friend's getting her doctorate. So we're all kind of like in different directions, but we became really, really close during that time. So when I moved to Atlanta, I definitely told her, like, hey, you're doing real estate now. I am hitting you up. And I could not have done that process without her. Like, if it was anybody else, I would have given up a long time ago. She was more than just a realtor. She was very, very, very helpful. She knew her stuff. I have shed so many tears with her in front of her and with her. And I'm so grateful that we were able to get on the other side of it and still have our friendship intact, because you know, you're dealing with money, you're dealing with contracts, you're dealing with, you know, emotions, people's lives. So it's a lot. I'm not gonna say that it was hard. I'm going to say that I was presented with a lot of challenges, and that it really grew me up, and it also really it showed me what I was made of. It showed me what I was capable of. And it showed me how prepared I actually was. At times, I felt like I wasn't prepared for this. At times, I felt like, what the hell am I doing? But it really showed me that, no, you prepared for this. You worked hard for this. God really laid the foundation and provided so much strength. I am obviously here in my home. I haven't done much. Like, I have this little setup, but the rest of this house does not look like this. I have not done much, but I have filmed, I've documented, I have been filming, y'all. Y'all are going to see so much, way more than you saw at the townhome, because again, that was not my home, but this is my house. And so I'm going to be showing the ins and outs, because this is something that I've worked so hard for, and I want to show it off. And I also love the process. I love the design process. I love being able to show people, because that's what I do now. I'm an interior designer and stylist. I use designer lightly because I'm still getting there. So this is At Home with Anissa. Y'all are about to be at home with Anissa, and I'm so excited to show y'all what all I have planned. The next video after this, you're going to be able to see the empty house tour. My house is not empty now, obviously, but I have lots and lots and lots of content coming up in this series, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along. You guys, all 37,000 of you, have been holding me down, and y'all are still here, and I am so grateful. And now y'all see what I have been going through over the past year, and why I've just been kind of like very, very, very MIA. But it's gonna be all worth it, because this house is going to look amazing. I made a really, 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 really good decision. Like, I don't regret it at all. But there's definitely going to be some Q&As about, you know, just the home buying process itself, buying a home as an entrepreneur. That's the whole thing. Whew. Definitely leave your feedback down below and let me know exactly what you guys want to see, what you guys want to know. Obviously, I'm not telling y'all everything, you know what I'm saying, but I'm telling y'all a good amount to kind of, you know, maybe spark some desire and interest and motivation for, you know, other single entrepreneurs. And even if you're not single or if you're not an entrepreneur, to really get out there, because you can do it. Like, it's not impossible. What Beyonce say, if my country still can do it, you can do it. Child, I'm from Mississippi. I know that I am, and I have made my family so proud of me. And I get emotional when I talk about my family, especially my grandma. I was blessed to know 3 of my grandmothers, and I know that I'm making them so proud. And my mom, you know, she was there when I signed the contract. She was there when I decided on this house. So, you know, my aunts, my best friends, you know, everybody that have been so supportive of me, some of my closest girlfriends. Like, I have been surrounded by love and support, and without them, I wouldn't have been able to do this by myself. So I can't say that I did this by myself. Like, I definitely have a tribe of people surrounding me, you know, encouraging me, and, you know, getting a million text messages from me about, you know, whatever, dealing with this house. And I'm so grateful for them. If I could think of myself 10 years ago, did I think that my life was going to look the way that it looked now? No. I always knew I was going to be successful career-wise, but did I anticipate buying my first house by myself, especially being from Mississippi? No, I didn't. But you transform and you evolve and you change, and life is not this storybook. Life is not this scripted thing that you want it to be. Life is what it is, and this is what it is. You know, this is where I am, and I have to be grounded in this moment. Like, where my feet at, that's where I'm at right now. And so so that's why I would say, for anybody that's just like, you know, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm not married, or I'm this or I'm that, girl, you are where you are. And so you either gonna move or you ain't. One or the other. And so I decided to move regardless of where I was, because God already know it's laid out. So all I have to do is walk down the path. And so I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. So until next time, make sure you guys leave me all of your questions, all of your comments. Let me know how you feel about this setup. We're going to talk about the sofa another video. Until next time, I will see you guys later.
Tina is our realtor, Harvey. These stairs are gonna work. That park is gonna be like, ooh. Wait, hold on.
Good morning.
I'm such a people person. Like, this thing has been horrible.
I know. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is really cute.
I'm gonna be out of your video. We're gonna play this back in the year.